his x-rays, nurse?
Just came up from radiology, doctor. They're on the viewing screen.
Let's have a look at him. No sign of a skull fracture. What about his vitals?
Stable.
Corneal reflex. Normal. Contusion on the forehead. All of which adds up to a minor league concussion.
My friend, I don't know whether to give you hell for being a hot dog or congratulations for saving a hostage cop's life.
How you feeling, Matlock?
Fogged in.
He's fading. Oxygen.
Back from Mars, Houston. The guys that were shooting at us.
Captured at the scene. I want a word with you, Detective.
Blackout? Now, that's going to happen for a couple of days, maybe even hallucinations, double vision and headaches. The old brain doesn't appreciate getting bashed against dashboards.
I want to hear it again.
Neither do young detectives.
I want to hear from the top.
All right, look, Houston found out they were going to kill that undercover cop. Now, I didn't think we had any other choice.
Right. You didn't think. You had no guarantee that the whole thing wouldn't blow right up in your face.
Houston thought we could pull it off.
Houston doesn't earn his living as an officer of the law. You have certain responsibilities to me and the badge you carry far beyond reckless grandstanding.
Just take it easy on him, Hoyt.
You don't tell me how to do my job. I ought to suspend you.
I better go to talk to him. You all right? I'm fine. Wait here, I'll drive you home.
No, there's no need for that. I'll give you a lift.
Thanks.
You know the kind of thing that we pulled off today? Happens maybe once in a cop's career. I mean, I stuck my neck out on the line. I showed a little initiative. What the hell do I get for that, huh? A lecture from Hoyt?
Now, don't let Hoyt rattle you. I forgot to call the office. Next phone we get to, would you pull over?
Okay. Looks closed.
4 in the afternoon. Stay here, I'll check it out.
All right.
gun down.
I've killed him. Who are you?
My name's Matt Houston.
I'm Elizabeth Sheridan.
Hand me the gun, Elizabeth.
I've killed him, haven't I?
Still a pulse.
I don't even know where I am.
Houston?
Houston, what?
May have a homicide on our hands. Phone's dead. Where are your car keys?
Keys.
I want you to stay here. There's a man and a woman in the back room. She claims she shot him with that gun. He's wounded. I'll go get some help.
Houston, are you okay to drive? Where the hell is everybody? Homicide. Right.
So I left Marlowe with the woman, and I drove back to find you.
Did you call an ambulance?
The phone was dead.
Isn't that Marlowe over there?
What are you doing?
What am I doing? You're the one who had me stop off for a friendly beer. We're sitting at the table, we're just shooting a breeze. All of a sudden, you jump up, you take off in my car like a bat out of hell. You want to know what I'm doing?
Excuse me. I came into this place about 10 minutes ago, and it was deserted.
Either you don't need any more to drink, or you got a lousy sense of direction. We've been here all afternoon.
I'm Lieutenant Michael Hart, Police Department. My friend here said he walked in on a possible homicide. He's been in a bad accident, hurt his head pretty badly. Is it possible he misconstrued something? A bar fight, maybe?
Look, White, you don't have to apologize for me. I know what I saw. The lady told me her name was Elizabeth Sheridan.
Any of you folks just killed or get killed by an Elizabeth Sheridan?
She was here. He was lying right there. She had a gun, a .38. I gave it to Marlowe.
Gun? What gun? Look, Lieutenant, I was here in this room. I didn't see any gun. I didn't see any woman or any wounded victim. And I frankly don't know what in the hell Houston is talking
can't
about.
believe this. Why don't you just tell me what's really going on?
I did!
Damn it, you're lying!
Houston! Take it easy.
Man's lying. I don't even know why.
Houston. Must be the concussion.
A colleague of mine in the company had a similar experience once. He kept seeing things that weren't there.
You know what I saw? She's very real.
Got to the point where he was sending detailed memos to an imaginary Lithuanian spy named Farrell. Accused him of starting World War II.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Uncle Ryan.
This may be all in Houston's mind, but I just found the name Elizabeth Sheridan listed in the white pages of the phone directory.
Can I help you?
Morning. My name's Matt Houston. I'm looking for an Elizabeth Sheridan. I believe she lives here.
Please, come on in. Afraid my sister isn't home at the moment. My name is Michael. Well, you're staring, Mr. Houston. I might guess that you're interested in my sister as a person.
I met her in a pub along the coast yesterday afternoon.
That's impossible. She's been abroad for the past 6 months. We're expecting her in the next few days. Whoever took your fancy, Mr. Houston, was definitely not my sister.
Who's this man?
That's her fiance. They were engaged 3 months ago in France.
Sorry to have bothered you.
No bother at all. An honest, somewhat remarkable error.
Thank you.
He's the private detective that police officer told us about, isn't he?
Waste any time finding us.
No. Nor can we in taking care of him before he unravels any more.
Bad luck for Mr. Houston.
Well, are you avoiding me, or is it always this hard for dispatch to locate you?
I've been busy.
I want to know what you saw in that pub yesterday.
I already told you.
Look, I found a woman that I saw in the pub, her family and her house. I want to know what the hell is going on.
I don't know. Look, Houston, when I walked into the back room of that pub, I didn't see anybody. No wounded man, no woman.
Suppose you didn't see the .38 caliber revolver I handed to you.
Okay, I did see the gun. Oh, look, don't press me on this, all right? I got a wife and 2 kids to support, and those people offered me so much money. Come on!
Go!
Will Mrs. John Marlowe please report to the 4th floor?
Adele,
I want to see my husband.
they did everything they could.
I have to see him?
Oh, you can't see him just yet.
He's dead. Oh, my God, he's dead, isn't
He's
he?
not dead. He's still in surgery.
2 hours ago, I was just worried about the money, you know?
Money? mentioned something about a lot of money before the shooting. Adele, listen to me. He's lying in the emergency room because of something that happened in that pub. Now, please tell me what's going on.
After you left the pub, John went back into that room. He didn't find a woman or a body. He didn't see anything at all, except two people who paid a flat broke cop $100,000 for the gun that you gave him. And a promise to say he saw nothing.
Two people?
A man and a woman. I don't know their names. John will go to jail when the department finds out. He only did it for us. For the kids. I'm not handling this very well, am I?
What'll it be for you today, friend?
Well, I'd take a beer and some answers.
You're the guy who was in here yesterday with the cops. Guy who'd been seeing things.
Things somebody wants me to believe never happened.
Maybe you better go rest your head some more, friend.
Listen to me, friend. I just saw a man gunned down because he knew too much about what happened in here yesterday, so you better start talking to me before I lose my temper, friend.
Hey, it was just somebody playing a little gag on a buddy, that's all. Had everybody slip out the back for a few minutes.
Who's this somebody?
Michael Sheridan.
Customers always do what Michael Sheridan wants them to.
Usually, he owns a place, besides which he's very popular. Folks see him as a real hero.
What kind of hero?
The kind who spent lots of time abroad. Ireland, for instance, as a freedom fighter.
Freedom fighter? Sounds more like a euphemism for radical or terrorist.
I need a full background on this Michael Sheridan. Doesn't Uncle Roy have a friend?
Yes, Lloyd Hodgkins. He's stationed here at the British consulate.
Right, and his specialty is radical terrorist groups. Have Uncle Roy get a hold of Lloyd and pull his file on this Michael Sheridan. Meet me at Sharky's 1 o'clock.
You got it.
Michael Sheridan, smile of an angel, deadly as the devil himself.
A young woman with him?
His sister, Elizabeth. They are the son and daughter and sole heirs of Mr. Arthur Sheridan, an American millionaire with holdings all over the world. His car went off the cliff during a business trip to England. That photograph was taken at the funeral.
I remember something about this incident. Seemed like the brakes had been tampered with. The killer was never found.
A suspect was. Michael.
You mean he killed his own father?
For the money, we thought, but he didn't inherit a bloody thing. It all went to the sister, Elizabeth.
Michael was cut out of the will?
Arthur Sheridan sent his son to a university in England. But what did the dear boy do? Our Michael took up with some radicals. The only cause Arthur Sheridan believed in was good old capitalism. And he'd be damned if he'd see his fortune fuel the fires set by his son's newfound friends, particularly this one. Deborah O'Malley, now Mrs. Michael Sheridan. She's the one who got Michael involved with terrorists in the first place.
Well, if your initial instinct's correct, and he wants that money if he killed his father, he might kill his sister next. Just try and relax, Uncle Roy. I already phoned ahead to our friendly neighborhood terrorists. They're out for the afternoon.
I still think it's an awful risk, boy.
Maybe so, but it's the only way to get to Elizabeth Sheridan.
I'm sorry to bother you, young lady, but I just had to stop and ask.
Ask what?
I hope you don't think I'm too forward, but I was wondering whether I could have a cutting from your Africanus gingos.
My what?
Africanus gingolus. It's virtually extinct, but yours are the most beautiful I've ever seen. You see, I'm a botanist. And the very thought of having my own gingolus to raise, well, I'd given up hope years ago. I'll tell you what we do, young lady. You ask the man of the house if I may have a cutting, and I will drop by tomorrow for the answer. And if the answer is yes, I'm the kind of man that knows how to show appreciation.
I remember you. Or was I dreaming of that?
It's not a dream. I'm gonna get you out of here.
That's romantic. No. You don't understand. I murdered someone.
I think that your brother just wants you to believe that you have.
My brother, no. Michael is very good to me. He stopped them from putting me in prison.
I can prove to you that I'm right. But you have to come with me, Arnold.
Mayday. Mayday. Michael Sheridan just drove up.
That's Houston's car.
I remember seeing a ledge in a trellis.
Upstairs. Hurry up.
First, I'd better go take care of our hosts.
Just take it one step at a time and don't look down.
I wish there was a quicker way down.
I wish you hadn't said that.
Don't ask.
All in good time. The spider, in order to be successful, must first spin the perfect web.
The lab confirmed that they've been injecting you with morphine.
The operative expression is gaslighting. It's a brainwashing technique.
Weakening someone psychologically and then convincing them that they've done something horrific.
Like murdering my fiance.
And then that leverage is used to get the victim to do whatever the brainwasher wants.
And your brother wants your money, Elizabeth. Now, has he asked you to sign any legal documents lately?
I seem to recall signing something.
Probably the power of attorney over your entire estate in the event that you become mentally incapacitated.
But if what you say is true and he murdered father, why wouldn't he just kill me?
If you were murdered, your brother would have been a prime suspect.
So instead, he used drugs to brainwash you and planned to have you committed.
And so get his hands on your father's fortune. I think I'll call CJ and have her bring over some clothes for you, young lady.
Thank you. It's a nice view.
thinking the same thing myself. I always had this dream. I mean, not every night, but at least every other night. And there's this woman. Very special woman. When I wake up, I try and remember her face, but I can't.
Why are you telling me this?
Because from the moment we met in that pub, I realized that woman is you. Only I'm not dreaming now.
Why don't we just get out of this bloody country while we can?
There's just one problem. My sister still has the Sheridan fortune.
But she's with Houston.
Don't worry. I've got an idea. I'm going to call her fiancé, Peter Kincaid. I'm going to make a small adjustment in the original design.
Get you settled in here, and then I'll bunk downstairs on the couch. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. You're not very good at making beds.
There's a lot of things I'm not very good at.
Such as?
Telling a woman how I feel about her.
That's a surprise. What did you say in your dream?
We never spoke. We never had to. I've never felt like this before.
If it's any help, neither have I.
Elizabeth. Maybe after all you've been through, we should just take it slow.
Well, I'd hate to interrupt you, but I'd like to buy the two of you a drink. How about an Irish whiskey?
Get dressed.
Move it. Slow and easy. Deborah, take Houston.
Hello, Michael.
Peter, good to see you.
Hello, Elizabeth.
killed him.
Stay away from me.
She's killed him.
Don't let him get away.
Hold on.
Call the cops.
Houston, don't do that.
I'm sorry, I thought you might be somebody else.
There's an APB out on both of you. Michael Sheridan gave a very convincing and condemning performance. Where's Elizabeth?
She's sleeping. She's had a tough few days.
She's had a tough few months. I hate to say it, but I think Sheridan may have come up with the perfect frame. A pub full of people who say they saw Elizabeth shoot Peter.
He killed my father, and now he might as well have killed me.
It's not over yet, Elizabeth. Would you listen to me? I may have found a way to beat your brother at his own game.
Matt, I love you.
Country?
Come on, Nate.
Since you're in a traveling mood, we thought you wouldn't mind a little side trip.
Deborah, the British government has enough evidence on your terrorist activities to put you away for the rest of your life.
Which may not be very long, considering the fact that you would be an Irish terrorist in a British prison.
We know that Michael hired a man to rig the brakes on his father's car. You're going to give us the name of the man, where we can locate him.
His testimony will give us the evidence we need to prove that your husband arranged his own father's death.
I have no part of it. Besides, the law protects wives from testifying against their husbands.
Which is precisely why you're going to give us the name of the man who rigged the brakes.
Never. What kind of person do you think I am?
The kind of person who will do whatever it takes to survive.
Mr. Sheridan, sir?
There was a telephone call.
Hello, Mrs. H. I take it my brother's out?
No, ma'am. I mean, yes, ma'am. He's out for just a bit.
Well, we'll wait upstairs for him then.
Getting Lloyd to help us run that bluff on Deborah was a stroke of genius.
Desperate means for desperate men. It was nice of Hoyt to put a tail on her so we know where she'd be. Glad she fell for it.
Is she asleep? Houston?
She's gone. She's taken your gun with her. She probably figures it's the only way to stop her brother.
I'll call Hoyt.
You don't know what you're doing, miss.
I choose not to think about it.
Mrs. Hollingsworth?
Into the closet, please.
Mrs. Hollingsworth? Mrs. Hollingsworth? Deborah? Deborah? Deborah?
I'm not as good at this as you are, Michael. I'm not a very good shot at all, really, so if you want this to go quickly, stand.
Liz, think about what you're doing.
I think the time for talking is long past. I think if we start talking, somehow you'll get me to feel guilty for this. To feel sorry for you.
Liz, I'm unarmed! You can't shoot an unarmed man.
You killed Father. You murdered him and never felt the slightest bit of regret.
No!
Elizabeth, please don't do it.
Listen, Liz.
Deborah talked to us. She gave us enough information that we can convict him of arranging your father's murder. If you kill him, you're going to sacrifice everything. Don't do it.
Okay, Liz. Is this what you've been waiting all night to give me?
No. My father gave me this ring when I was a little girl. It's a family heirloom, antique gold. He told me to hide it away and keep it safe until the right person came along.
Sounds like you were very close.
We were. And I know that he'd approve of what I've decided to do with my life. what I've decided to do is to marry you.
Well, were you going to ask me first? There's nothing in the world that would make me happier. Elizabeth, you've been through so much pain in the last 6 months. I don't know if what you're feeling is real or just rebound. Neither do you.
So what are you saying?
I think you ought to go away for a little while. Find out if this is what you really want.
And if it's you?
I'm not going anywhere.
How long?
You'll know how long.
I love you.
I love you too. See you in my dreams.
Stop before I kill myself. I've got to rest a while.
Anytime you like to roll over here, we'll make a trade.
I thought you didn't want to do this, Uncle Roy.
I was then. This is now.
You know, not all undercover work is done in evening clothes.
Easy for you to say. You're not out here rolling around turning your feet into hamburger.
I'd be a happy man if it were my feet being pounded into hamburger.
Can the chatter and keep your eyes open. We're not following an unfaithful wife. This is official police business.
Aware of this, Hoyt. Since we're the ones out here with our butts on the line as a favor, I'd appreciate it if you'd lighten up a little bit.
Well, you're not me, and you're not the ones who are putting your career on the line trying to catch a crooked police captain.
Houston, behind you. Boy, got our man inside.
Good. Now be careful. Don't let him know it's been made.
Relax, Michael. We know how to handle surveillance.
Slow him.
CJ, why don't you go this way?
We've got company.
Michael, it's going down now.
I'll take the guy with the bag.
All units move in.
Not a good idea.
Over 10 pounds of cocaine in those 2 bags. Both bags have police evidence tags on them.
They should be. They were taken from the precinct property room. Take him away.
Where is Captain Harris?
I thought he was the whole point to all this.
He still is.
Well, then where the hell is he?
I don't know. I wasn't positive that he'd make the actual drop. It was a calculated risk.
A calculated risk with our lives. Look, we didn't volunteer just to catch a couple of cheap hoods.
I know, but this cocaine was headed for Victor Richard. Now, if he thinks it's still going to be delivered, then he's got to make a payment to Harris. And that's when we can nail the good captain.
Bouchard is the biggest connection on the West Coast.
And our police property room was his main source of supply. That's why it's so necessary to shut the captain down.
Lots of luck.
Houston, I'm going to need your help on this all the way to the end. I can't stand the risk on him recognizing one of my men.
What if he recognizes me?
That's doubtful. You've never made contact with him. Please?
You're gonna owe me one.
You'll owe him 2.
3.
You got it. All right. All we have to do now is figure out when and where the payment's to be made.
That's easy. The gentle art of persuasion.
I don't get it. What's with all this food and champagne?
It's traditional, Tony.
Your Last Supper.
As in, a condemned man is entitled to die on a full stomach. This is Chateau Pierre. Vintage 62 is a very good year.
You guys are crazy. It's no capital offense dealing in coke.
Oh, we're not going to execute you, Tony. They are.
They? Who's they?
Your business associates. As soon as we let them know that you snitched.
Hey. Wait a minute. You wouldn't. My life wouldn't be worth a plug nickel. You put my name out on the street.
Then talk.
Bottom of the ninth, my friend. When and where?
Bouchard is supposed to give the money to Harris tonight at the Golden Rail restaurant. I'm supposed to call Harris and let him know everything's okay.
What time?
8 o'clock.
It's less than 2 hours.
Well, Tony wasted a lot of our time stonewalling. You're sure that Bouchard believes the delivery went down as planned?
It did go down as planned. The cocaine we confiscated at the beach was dropped off by 2 of my men this afternoon. Small enough price to nail Harris. I haven't got enough time to wire the place. Houston, I need witnesses to the payoff.
Why don't you just take old Tony down to internal affairs, let them handle it.
The word of a two-bit hood like Tony against the integrity of a police captain like Harris. Decoration for valor. To prove he's gone bad, we gotta catch him in the act.
You make the call.
Yeah? Harris. Everything went off without a hitch.
Excellent.
Yes?
I trust you received delivery of the merchandise.
Everything went fine. Very reliable as usual.
Good. Because the price of reliability just went up. It's now $250,000.
That's almost twice of what we agreed upon.
Yeah, well, I've got my retirement to think about. Cost of living being what it is.
Why didn't you tell me the price had gone up yesterday?
Because I didn't want to give you a chance to change your mind.
Greed rears its ugly head. Chop it off tonight. 8 o'clock, the Golden Rail.
My pleasure.
Enjoy it.
Fui esquiando en el Rio Amazonas.
Your Spanish is very good.
Gracias. The company I worked for used to do a lot of work in Central and South America.
My family's from Guatemala. I'll be going back as soon as I finish school. Should I get you some refills?
No, thanks, we're fine.
Okay.
I don't care if Hoyt is in the kitchen and reinforcements are a block away. I still feel like a sitting duck.
We've never seen Captain Harris before. He's probably never seen us. There's absolutely no problem.
You really believe that?
No.
Everything all right?
Just fine, thank you.
That's fine.
I wish I knew where CJ was.
Happy anniversary, Ethel.
Thank you.
All right, everybody stay right where you are. Shut up.
I'm a police officer. This man has just killed the cook and locked the rest of the help in the freezer. Do exactly as he says.
I want all the men over at the bar right now. Come on. Keep your hands where I can see them. Now move, you two, come on.
Looks like Bouchard's got a different payment plan for Captain Harris.
Come on, get over there. Come on, move it.
Look, if it's money you want, I
want cooperation, that's all. Just cooperation, no questions. Make it easy for me, I make it easy for you, okay? All right, go back to your table. Hey, hey! All right, everybody, put your hands up on the bar right now. Go back to your table. No. On the bar, on the bar. All right, go back to your table. All right. Hey, you, big boy. Come on, spread him. Come on, you see how it's done on TV. What'd you plan on doing? Skipping out before you paid your bill or what? Hmm? What do you go around spying on guys who are making love to other people's wives or what?
That's the best part.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Go ahead, go back to your table. Go ahead. What is this, a convention?
Runs in the family. I'm his uncle.
Go sit down, Uncle. Easy. All right, get out of here, boy. Get up! I told you. All I wanted was cooperation. Now I'm gonna have to show you how important it is that you listen to me.
Man needs an ambulance now.
No ambulance, no doctors, no nothing.
Look, he has got a stomach wound. If he doesn't bleed to death, peritonitis is gonna kill him.
All right, drag him behind the bar. Come on, you, clean this mess up.
What are you gonna do, just let him die back there?
Do you want me to operate on him? All right, now listen to me, everybody. I got a job to do here. Anybody gets in my way, you're gonna wind up on the floor next to him. Now take it easy. I'll be out of here by 8 o'clock. And nobody else gets hurt. Come on, move him.
Take it easy, old friend, all right?
It burns, Houston. It really hurts.
You just hang on.
What are you doing here? Why is the citizen standing here?
Lieutenant, it's just Houston. Why don't you lighten up?
Sir, I will get to you in a minute. These records are for departmental use only unless authorized by my office. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. What's the matter, Hoyt? Did your mother get scared by a drill sergeant?
Mother joke, son. State your purpose, Houston.
Business or personal? If it's personal, sit down and have a cup of coffee. If it's business, get the door.
Listen, I'm curious. What is it you have against me?
Against you? Nothing. Against private investigators, everything. I hate amateurs. Some people hate spiders. Some people hate snakes. I hate amateurs.
See you around.
Not so fast.
Wait, I've got a lot of friends down here that are cops. I'd sure hate for one of them to have to arrest me for striking an officer. Now, why don't you take your hand off me? Thank you.
All right, that's enough of the sympathy act back there. Bring it out front.
I'm not going to stand around and watch this man die.
I said back to your table, now.
No.
I said now!
This man needs my help.
Are you dense? Do you want to die on the floor with him?
Look, if I get half a chance, I am going to take you out. So maybe I am better off out of the way. Come on, shoot me, huh? Go on, take a chance, huh? Go on, get me out of the way.
Why are you asking for this, huh? Why are you pushing me? What is this? Wait a minute. The three of you are in this together, aren't you? To protect Harris, is that it?
My uncle and I don't know anybody named Harrison. I've never seen this cop before in my life.
Sure. Come on. Back to your table, big boy. Come on.
Do what the man says. Sit down before you get us all killed.
That's good advice. Use it. Because now I know. The three of you are in this together. You, the cop, your uncle, huh? All together. To protect Harris. And you got it all worked out, haven't you? If you're not at the table with your uncle, then Harris will know something's wrong and he won't come in here. Isn't that it, huh? Huh, big boy? That's what I thought. Come on. Back to your table. Come on. Back to your table or I kill this lady here.
No!
All right.
You took a hell of a chance. You might have been killed.
I had to do something. Let him know that he needed to keep us around, alive.
CJ.
Hi, sorry I'm late. Listen, you're not gonna believe this. I picked the car up at the garage because it goes 5 blocks and it quits. I go back to the garage and it's closed. It took me forever to get a cab. Anyway, here I am.
You may wish it had taken longer. Now just stay cool and you won't get hurt.
He's not kidding. Look behind the bar.
Hey. Just stay right where you are. There's a cop behind the bar bleeding to death. That's all you need to know. Now sit down and be quiet.
Por favor, traiga un vaso grande de agua con hielo.
What'd he say to you?
Look, he doesn't speak any English. I just asked him for a glass of water.
It's a good idea. Drinks for everybody. No alcohol. No false courage in my guests here.
Gracias.
Do you see the man sitting over there?
Yes.
I work for him. I know he's got a plan to get us out of here.
Well, I'll help if I can, but I don't know what to do.
Well, he'll get us assigned somehow.
What would you like to drink?
Well, I could use a triple anything, but I'll settle for a Virgin Mary.
Same.
30 minutes left before Harris gets here. I've got to make a move.
Careful. I don't think this madman would mind killing everybody in the room.
He's planning to. I mean, once he kills Harris, he got no reason to keep us around.
Far enough. What do you want?
I just want to check on my friend.
Your friend's doing fine. He's dying. Now sit down.
All right, turn him loose, or I'll kill everybody in this place, starting with your lady friend here.
I'm gonna kill you. No. First I kill Harris. And then I kill you.
Sit right here. Thanks for the help.
She works for him.
Yeah, I figured that out.
Next time, I pick the restaurant.
The man needs my help.
Who doesn't?
Oh, he is in pain.
Well, let me put him out of his misery. No! Then leave it be!
Stupid Private Eye's gonna get us all killed. I just wish to hell he'd shut up and do as he's told.
Good grief, Freddy's just trying to help us.
I don't need his help. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
I got some good news. Your friend stopped bleeding. Looks like he stopped breathing, too. No. Stay put. How many times do I have to tell you? You, come over here. Take a look. Come on.
Go ahead.
His pulse is barely there, but I can still feel it. He's dying. We have to do something.
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna kill a cop named Harris in just about 20 minutes. When I'm through with that, you can do whatever you want with this one. For now, get back on your stool.
I'm not leaving.
Next time you get hurt. All right, now listen, everybody. No more heroics. Let me do my job. And nobody else gets hurt. All right? Now, I want everybody to just act normal.
Are you serious? No one gets hurt?
What do you think? The minute Harris walks in, I nail him. It's when you open up on everybody else.
That's gonna be all right. I'm sorry about you, little girl.
No. All my life I've been an outsider. Black. You folks got us outnumbered 9-1. It's not bad. Proud to be black. But you can see what I mean about being an outsider. Alone. That wasn't bad enough. My folks didn't have sense enough to be poor. Father was an architect. Grew up right in the middle of a white neighborhood. Not even a Baptist. Mom was a Catholic. Who ever heard of a black kid being an altar boy? Oh, God, she was just a little girl. Why would anybody want to hurt her?
Let's find someplace else.
Why? The food on this menu looks out of this world.
So do the prices.
It's okay. I don't mind spending the money.
I don't know, Neil. This place feels strange.
Look, you kids don't want to eat here. The food's lousy, the service is worse. Try someplace else, would you?
I take my girl where I want.
I think we should go, Neil.
I think you should stay, Neil. There's a nice table right over there. Use it. Do as you're told, and you won't get hurt.
Do what the man says, son.
You heard the man? He makes a lot of sense, my young friends.
Tráigame otro vaso de agua. Por favor.
What did he say to you?
Just a glass of water. What's the Spanish phrase for break the mirror?
Quiebra el espejo. What you thinking, boy?
He doesn't know any Spanish. ¿Necesitamos ayuda? ¿Cuándo le hago la seña?
Quiebre el espejo y mi tío va por ayuda.
Come on. Break up the conference. Sit down. And no more Spanish.
What did he say? I'm not sure. But he wasn't giving him help because I know how that's done in Spanish, and that wasn't it.
He's gonna get us killed for sure. He just told the waiter to create some kind of diversion so his uncle could sneak out and get help.
Wait, it's the old guy. Nadia, he's trying to sneak out. Hold it, Uncle! You'll never make it, Uncle. Trying to get away. All right, sit down. Sit down, Uncle, sit down. You too, Tarzan. Come on, back to your stool. Now listen to me, everybody. Just take it easy. Nobody's gonna get hurt. Sit down, kids.
What's the matter with you? He was trying to save our lives.
Look, if that old guy had gotten out, they would have killed some of us.
What do you think they're gonna do after they kill Captain Harris, huh? Pass out tickets to Disneyland, thank us, and let us all go home?
You'll see. You'll all be thanking me.
Well, I'll tell you what, friend, about 8 minutes we'll all be dead. Including you. He's not gonna leave any witnesses.
Shut up. Now don't listen to him. I gave you my word, didn't I? Now just cooperate with me and nobody gets hurt.
See? I was right. I know what I'm doing.
So do I.
Good for you, honey. He had it coming.
Shut up. You're getting on my nerves too, pal. You don't look so good. Well, don't worry about it. It'll all be over very soon.
Why don't you guys get some coffee?
Thank you, Tim.
How's CJ?
She's out of surgery. Doctor stopped the bleeding, so she'll be just fine.
Thank God. The building where you were being held, where you say the files were that could prove you were being framed, big surprise. 4-alarm fire. Leveled the place.
No, I left Andrea in there.
I'd say the only chance you had now would be to find those 3 tapes the dead girl had. The ones she died for, rather than give up.
She got family in Texas. They might know something. As you can see, I'm a prisoner.
Prisoner being held for murder. That's why it'll be so unforgivable. That's why the reprimand that I receive will be so severe. Imagine a police lieutenant with my years of experience allowing a prisoner like you to escape. Like I always said, you lousy PIs are like lightning rods. You're always drawing trouble.
Take a look at how they're positioned.
It's not hard to see what they got planned. He's covering the door. She's covering us.
As soon as Harris steps far enough inside that door so he can't be seen from the street, they're gonna blast him.
Well, she takes care of all the witnesses inside. Us.
Not if we create a little diversion. A minute. Harris steps through the door.
This table does need clearing.
Just relax, Captain Harris. I'm trying to save your life.
How do you know who I am? And that I'd be here?
Look, Lieutenant Hoyt is behind the bar, and he needs an ambulance bad.
Hoyt? What in the hell is he doing here? Hoyt knew about the payoff.
Hold it! You can't leave now. You got reservations.
Get those people out of the freezer now.
I'll call an ambulance.
It's not going to be long now.
Thanks, Roy. To good and faithful friends.
To you.
I'm lucky to be alive.
After what went on in that restaurant, we're all lucky to be alive.
Hadn't been for that nephew of yours. That is a very special man.
And then some.
You know, Roy, Houston and I have had our differences in the past. But in the hospital, I had a lot of time to think. All the arguing, bickering, disagreements, all in the past. From now on, I cooperate to a new era.
Good evening, gents. What's this?
Looks like a drink. Tastes like a drink.
What are you doing?
Drinking it. I'm over 21.
You're also recovering from a gunshot wound in the stomach.
Don't mother me, P.I.
Not to mention your ulcer. Give me that.
Give it back! Cooperation. Hey, that's your trouble, you. Give it to me. Will you give me my drink back? That's your trouble. See, that's...
torture.
No pain, no gain. Listen, I'm thinking of taking a whirlpool. Want to join me?
Can't. I'm getting a massage in 10 minutes.
From Hank?
Yeah.
Ooh, lucky you.
Hey, pal. There's been an accident in the gym. I need your help.
Who had the accident?
You did.
You're not Hank.
Hank couldn't make it tonight. I'm here to do you instead.
Wait, maybe I should reschedule.
Why bother? You're here already, Miss Nichols.
Mary.
Yes, Mary. Oh, my. You're so tense, Mary. You know, too much tension isn't good.
I do need to relax more.
That can be arranged. Permanently. Now it's time for me to relax and wait for the morning headlines. I don't believe it.
What's that?
Oh, there's a story in here about some poor girl who gets strangled in the health club. This newspaper buries it on page 9. I thought this would be more front page stuff.
You know how many people get murdered in this city every year? You gotta do more than die these days to make the front page. You gotta be famous. See? Like this guy. It's hotshots like him get all the press.
Test case you pulled out of your sleeve really saved us.
What test case? Hoyt had us dead to rights. When all else fails, remember the first rule of jurisprudence. When in doubt, fake it.
Hi.
Hello, Elizabeth.
I think it's time for lunch.
I think I'll go with you. Oh, Chris,
That's okay. I already ate.
I'll buy you dessert.
I've always hated surprises. Till now.
Sometimes you have to do things on the spur of the moment before the moment gets away from you.
What kind of moment are we talking about?
Okay. Miss Gay and Miss Chapman, I'm just trying to prove a point. You left your front door open. Jim Jordan, Invincible Alarm Systems.
I've got a neighborhood patrol service. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, sure. I know. They come around once or twice a day. What about the alarms on your window or your doors? they concerned about your personal protection?
Now, what would I need protection from?
People like me.
You were right.
About what?
That I'd know when to come back.
Been through a lot. Drugged, brainwashed, and thinking that you'd murdered somebody.
Well, I wasn't brainwashed into believing that I loved you.
Saved your life, Elizabeth. Some people confuse gratitude with love.
Not me. I was so sure I even proposed.
I wanted to say yes when you proposed to me. But it wouldn't have been fair. I had to make sure that it's what you really wanted.
Now?
I'm sure. I very much want to marry you. Just hope you know what you're getting.
A man that I love very much. A man that I want to grow old with.
A man who might not grow very old because of the line of work he's in.
No one says that you have to be a private investigator, Matt.
Something inside me tells me that I have to, Elizabeth.
Is there room in there for a job in me, too?
Right now, it's all yours. Oh, boy. Excuse me.
Houston. Glad to catch you in. I hope I didn't interrupt anything important.
Well, as a matter of fact,
You and I, we have a lot of work to do together.
who is this?
Oh, name's not important. I want you to think of me as your new best buddy.
Best buddy? Yeah, look, do I know you?
No, but you're so well. Yeah, you're gonna make me famous. You know what? We're gonna make history together.
Right. Well, why don't you get started without me, pal?
I already have. Well, what's the sense of committing a murder if no one wants to hear about it? I thought that would get your attention.
If this is a practical joke, it's not very funny.
And Chapman isn't laughing either. In fact, her remains are currently on display in a kitchen at 1627 Evergreen Circle.
Finding these on dead bodies is becoming a bad habit. Second one in 2 days. Woman strangled to death while getting a massage at Health Club. Found one of these on the body. Seems like your friend's leaving it as a calling card.
He's not my friend.
You said he called you his best buddy.
I am telling you, I don't know who he is.
Then why did he call you on the phone and tell you about a murder he just committed?
Believe me, if I knew who it was, I would tell you.
Well, we got 2 dead bodies with no apparent connection, except for a piece of playing card. Next time your buddy calls, you ask him what the hell it means. Better yet, have him make contact with me directly. Save me the trouble of dealing with you.
Doesn't seem to me like you've been leveling with us.
Who are you?
Ken Johnson, stringer for the Tribune.
You get your statement at the press conference in the morning.
Will it also include the fact that Mr. Houston here has been in touch with the killer?
That's off the record.
Not anymore, it isn't. Tell me, Mr. Houston, exactly what is your involvement with this case?
I'm beginning to wonder about that myself. Excuse me, please.
Perhaps I'll be around and we'll find out.
To the obviously very happy couple.
May you always remain so.
I'll drink to that.
Anything wrong? You wouldn't be jealous by any chance?
Roy, don't be silly. You know me better than that. Houston Investigations.
Matt Houston, please. Tell him his, buddy is calling.
Just a moment. Houston, telephone. Something about your buddy.
What do you want?
Well, I just called to say thanks. I told you we'd make history together. Did you see this morning's paper? I'm famous.
Look, you can't be famous without a name.
That would be too easy. No. 2 down, 3 to go. Then everybody will know my name. I left you clues.
The pieces of the playing cards, what do they mean?
I can't tell you, Houston. It would ruin all the fun.
Look, why are you doing this?
I told you, Houston. With your help, I'm going to become the world's most famous murderer. Be talking to you, buddy.
Well, whoever this guy is, he seems to have grown quite attached to you.
Like a bad rash that won't go away.
And you are going to keep right on scratching. You are going to be there for him, my friend. You're going to take his phone calls, play along with him. My men will be watching and listening in every step of the way, for as long as it takes.
Wait, I'm in the middle of planning a wedding.
You're also in the middle of a murder investigation. Now look, Houston. No one forced you to be a hotshot PI, or Elizabeth to marry one.
Such a romantic. Thank you for being so understanding.
Well, it's your job. I don't have much choice.
Then you really don't mind?
Well, I must confess that having dinner with 2 plainclothes policemen breathing down my neck is not exactly my idea of a romantic evening.
Well, I'll tell you what. It just so happens that I have a very romantic dessert plan.
Pretty sweet.
Non-caloric, too.
Yeah.
I want you to just step inside, ma'am, and I'll have room service bring you full order.
Tonya, Roy. If there's any connection between those 2 girls that eluded us, we checked everything. Common friends, the schools they went to, the kind of car they drive, right down to where they get their hair.
All the same, Michael, there's something about those 2 names that bothers me.
Well, I hope it comes to you before there's a 3rd.
I thought that we ought to cover this place as well as the office. I came down to see that they didn't disturb things too much.
I think they already have.
Eilish.
Mr. Booth. Nice to see you again. How long has it been since you left that little theater group? 3, 4 years?
5. 5 years.
I can't believe it. What'd you do? Get yourself an honest job?
Are you kidding? Acting's my life. Oh, I had a long run up north, a regional theater group. One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Hey, great. Well, what can I do for you today?
Oh, I'd like to see a bellman's uniform. A green with some gold piping. Something upper class. Ritzy, you know what I mean?
Got just the ticket.
Oh, Eilish. Do you mind if I use your phone?
No, go right ahead. It'll take me a couple of minutes to pull all the stuff.
Great. I gotta call a buddy.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Room service you ordered last night and never got.
Yeah, well, you just set it down on the bed, boy. I want to be alone.
No, you don't. No, you don't. That's your continental breakfast. This here is your American plan, complete with heavy groveling and supplication. Apologize for my other house guests.
Well, I don't know whether I accept your apology. How about a little bit more of that groveling? Or was that supplication?
I can't remember. Look, why don't you and I get on my boat, and we'll repel all the borders and sail to a tropical island.
Hawaii?
No, Catalina. I know a secluded cove over there where nobody can find us. We'll disconnect the radio and have a very romantic...
Houston! Answer it.
Hello.
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
Yes, you are.
I thought I'd be disturbing you even more if I didn't tell you about victim number 3.
I'm listening.
You'll find her at 510 Beckett Lane. I might even wait for you, buddy.
We'll handle it, Houston. You go ahead and take your cruise. Roy and I ride down there and make sure your buddy's well taken care of. Relax, my friend. You earned it.
Be in Catalina in about 2 hours. That'll put us there at just about sunset. Just in time for cocktails. Houston.
I'm glad you didn't follow your police friends, buddy. They seem to be a bit confused. Seems they've come to the wrong address. But I've saved the real one for you. Now, if you hurry, you may be able to save the life of victim number 3. A lady named Liz Stride works at the Westlake Plaza Hotel. Oh, but not for long.
Elizabeth, he sent the police to the wrong place. I've got to try and stop him. Meet me at my office, all right?
I don't know if I can.
I want the Jackson table to have 12 chairs, impeccable service. Table number 3. Do you understand that? Thank you so much.
Miss Stride, there's a man down the lobby complaining he's been overcharged for room service.
Lead the way.
Okay.
Are you new here?
Oh, no, Pete, he has the flu, so I'm filling in for him today. No, Miss Stride, I really envy you. Making a living, helping people out, trying to solve their problems and all.
There's one problem with my job. Where do I go to get my problem solved?
Your problems? Maybe I can help. No, I'm serious. Try me.
Okay. I need a good, long rest.
I think that can be arranged.
go.
Thank you. Can use it.
Is Elizabeth here?
She was. She left something for you.
Dearest Matt, I'm sorry I didn't wait for you, but I need some time alone. I love you, but I know I have to share you with your work, and I'm just not sure I can. Does love always hurt this much? Elizabeth.
Care to talk about it? Houston, this is me you're not talking to.
I don't know, CJ. It seems like I'm getting all my priorities mixed up. And as a result, I'm losing Elizabeth.
I think I know how you feel.
What are you talking about?
Houston, please don't take this the wrong way. Because I really couldn't be happier for you. It's not true. I could be. But listen, Elizabeth is a lovely girl, and I like her a lot. It's just that I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm a little bit jealous.
The same way I will be jealous the day you walk down the aisle.
You and Roy and I have been a team for a long time. I think the thing that's scary to me is that it's all going to change now.
CJ, what we have, we'll always have. And if things do change, it'll be for the better, I promise you that. Come on.
Okay, Mike. Thank you. Well, looks like we're closing in on our killer. Hoyt's lab boys have finally been able to piece together that playing card. Jack of Hearts.
That means we're closer?
At least we know what he's calling himself.
Jack? Houston.
In case you hadn't noticed, we made front page again, buddy. But I must admit, they're saying nasty things about you.
Look, I am gonna bust you.
You're running out of time. There's only 2 to go.
I know what you look like now.
Yeah, but you still don't know who I am.
We're getting closer all the time. Jack.
So you are. Well, I guess you don't need my help anymore. And here I was going to tell you who the next victim was going to be. But, hey, you should be able to figure that out by now, huh?
Why don't you just come after me?
Because you're not on my list. Now, you better hurry. She gets off work in a couple of hours. Then there'll only be 1 to go.
Wasn't on the phone long enough to get a trace.
I don't think we're going to need it. I think I know exactly who our killer is. The only trouble is, Hoyt's never going to believe it.
Jack the Ripper?
Not the real Jack the Ripper, just a very clever copycat.
World's most famous murderer got that way by taunting the police with his crimes. He used to write him letters signed Jack.
Only this guy leaves pieces of the Jack from a deck of playing cards to identify himself.
That still sounds a bit far-fetched.
That's because you haven't heard it all.
And this maniac keeps calling me up on the phone and telling me he's going to kill 5 women, then he's through.
The Ripper killed 5 women. Names of his first 3 victims were Mary Kelly, Ann Chapman, and Liz Stride.
Killing girls with the same name.
And in the same order. That's why he told us we could figure out who his next victim was going to be.
What is the 4th girl's name?
Catherine Eddowes.
CJ is working with Baby right now to find out if there really is Catherine Eddowes in Los Angeles.
And if there is, let's hope that we find her before he does.
Oh, thanks, Catherine. You know, like I was telling you, that's some great big smile you've got.
Do you really think I've got what it takes to be a model?
Oh, absolutely.
Seriously?
Would I lie to you? When you get off work, I got a studio just a couple of blocks from here. Let's say we pop over and let my partners take a look at you.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know you.
What's to know? You can call me Jack.
We'll be right down. This had better be the right girl.
CJ said Baby could only dig up 2 Catherines with last names anything like Eddowes. One of them lives at a retirement home in the valley.
The other one works as a waitress at a place called the Rusty Nail.
Then he could still be going after the old lady.
Except when the killer called me, he told me his next victim would be getting off work in a couple of hours. People who live in retirement homes don't work.
Let's move it, Houston.
In a minute, Hoyt.
Houston! This is no time for a date.
I said in a minute.
Bad timing, huh?
Seems like the story of our life, huh? How'd you know where to find me?
CJ told me. Matt, I've had some time to think. And what you said about having enough room in your life for your job and a wife,
There is.
I'm not sure about that. Look at us now. You're so wrapped up in this case, you don't even have time to sleep, let alone have any time for another person in your life.
Look, this is all gonna be better when it's over, I promise you.
Don't make promises you can't keep. Your job is all-encompassing. If you continue it, this will just happen again and again.
Houston!
Don't ask me to choose right now, please. I can't.
Me, a model? Oh, I just can't believe it. Do you go out and find strange women like this very often?
No, not really. Actually, I can only recall 3 other times. It's only a shortcut. So.
ambulance.
Stunned.
Yeah, well, at least the telephone pole didn't fall on it, you know?
Perhaps you should think about taking a bus the next time.
I'm fine, really.
Next time? There might be no next time.
Right.
Well, we ID'd your buddy Jack.
His real name is Adam Booth, a former actor. A diagnosed schizophrenic. Had trouble separating the parts he played from reality.
Got him 5 years in a mental institution. Somebody made the mistake of judging him sane. They released him 2 months ago.
His parting words were he had finally found a role that was going to make him the world's most famous actor.
Jack the Ripper.
Looks like he's taking his final curtain call. Doctors say he's in a coma.
Probably for the best. It's already wrecked enough lives.
Physician, heal thyself.
Hello, Matt. Or goodbye.
Going somewhere?
Away. You made your choice. I'm making mine.
We caught the killer, Elizabeth. It's all over.
Until the next time. I can't squeeze my life in between your cases, Matt. I tried and I just can't.
Neither can I. That's why I'm quitting. For good.
I don't want you to do that. Not just for me.
It's for me, too. For both of us. You mean more to me than anything in my life. I need you.
I need you.
Look, let's just get the whole thing settled right now, this afternoon. We'll get married. I know it's your...
Wait a second. What about the wedding plans, the invitations?
Well, forget about all that. The important people are going to be there.
You don't waste any time, do you?
Wasted too much time already.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to join this man and this woman in holy wedlock. If any man can show just cause why this couple should not lawfully be joined together, let him speak now or forever hold his peace.
I think that's my cue. Nice to see you, buddy. Too bad you kept me from killing that Catherine Eddowes. 'Cause now, I'm gonna have to kill someone else.
No!
Perhaps you're right. Kidnapping her. It'll make front page for sure. Who knows, it might even be better than another murder.
Look, this is between you and me. Let her go.
You ruined my plan, Houston. I'm gonna return the favor. You know, my phone calls used to bug you, buddy. Well, now I think you'll be just begging to hear from me.
Is it over already?
It is for you.
It's a gorgeous evening.
We're avoiding talking about...
And we have been. Ever since our almost wedding.
We thought the problem was that I couldn't separate my job and my life.
Matt, your job is your life.
I wanted both. I really did. And when we tried it, you almost died because of it, and I can't take that chance again.
I know. Walking away from you is the hardest thing I've ever done.
Oh, God, I love you.
We're here with people from all over the world, celebrities, movie stars, business people. All here for the christening of the largest supertanker ever launched here in the United States, and it's one of quite an innovative design, too. And all here waiting for the man who made all of this possible. international billionaire Niccolo Gambaccini. Some of the guests are arriving now. Ah, it's Karen Ann Douglas, the queen of American popular music, with her daughter Jennifer. Karen Ann, can you talk with us for just a moment?
Hi, how are you?
I'm just fine, thank you. I'm wondering, I just heard that your latest album went platinum in just a couple of weeks. Anything to say about that?
Well, I'm very happy about it, and I'm so glad that everyone likes it.
Just one more question. Your name's been linked romantically with that of Mr. Gambaccini for many years now. Is there any truth to that?
What kind of question is that to ask? You people go around groping for interviews, and you ask us something stupid like that. Now get that mic out of my face before I shove it in your mouth.
That was Cody Wall, Karen Ann Douglas's agent, attorney, and goodwill ambassador. This looks like Mr. Gambaccini arriving right now. And I believe that's his daughter Serena with him. It looks as though they're having one of their internationally famous arguments right here on live television. Excuse me, Signorina Gambaccini, could I talk to you for just one moment?
Yes. Stai zitta, la gente guarda.
Please, just one quick question.
Not now, sorry.
Morning. Say goodbye.
I'll see you in hell.
Dear, one of their internationally famous arguments. I wonder who this is. Excuse me, sir. Could you tell us who you are?
Nobody, man. Wildcat Callahan's name. I got $10 million invested in that big sucker. I want to see if she floats.
Oh, well, that was Wildcat Callahan. And looks like we're about to start.
Oh, my dear. Volevo usare l'annata della sua nascita. You knew that, didn't you? Foolish games you play with me.
Gutbuster don't want to be rode.
There's no way. Fact is, I'd just as soon forget the bet. That's the truth.
Me too, just out of sheer human kindness.
Yeah, well, Bo, the last kind thing you ever did was run away from home. Now, I know what you fellas are doing. You're trying to get me to bump the bet from $5 to $10.
Kick the bet, me? You think I'm trying to do that?
Well, of course that's what you're doing, and you too.
I'm not that kind of person no more. Don't you know I've been born again?
But the trouble with you being born again, Lamar, is you came back as you. Yeah, let's take a look at this horse. So in other words, even though you're not trying to do it, it'd be perfectly all right if we did kick that bet from $5 to $10.
You're on.
Yeah, uh-huh.
You want to know who I am? I'm C.J. Parsons. That's me in the pickup. My place is about 5 miles down the road from Houston's. Actually, I've known Houston most of my life, or so it seems. But more about that later.
Houston, I gotta talk to you.
Tell me about it later, C.J. I'm about to ride me a horse.
You gonna put your body on that?
Well, that's my plan.
What's the bet? I'll take half.
How little faith y'all have in me, you know? I mean, I got away with animals.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Turn him out.
Houston, you all right?
That is a mean horse. CJ, next time you got something to tell me, please don't take no for an answer.
Hey, if you want to go for 15, the horse is willing.
Smile good, buddy.
CJ, the first sign of insanity is a laughing loser. Oh.
Did that hurt?
No. No.
He's gonna get us for this. Yeah, I know.
Houston was all city, all state, all everything when he was a kid. He quarterbacked Rice in the Cotton Bowl the year they beat SMU by throwing a 60-yard touchdown bomb in the last 6 seconds. And then he really stuck it to him by running the ball in himself for the conversion. Houston's a Texan through and through, and most of his friends and business associates are Texans, including me. About the only time I can remember not being around was when I went up to Harvard Law School. But then I came back, paid my dues in his conglomerate for a while, and ended up pretty much helping him to run his empire. And it's an empire that might never have existed, except for the fact that he had a little problem with his daddy. Something about wanting to make it on his own. So, he packed up and left the Lone Star State and came to the state of the stars. Runs his empire from a penthouse office that sits on top of a building he built in downtown Los Angeles. The business includes everything from diamond mines to soybean futures, a couple little oil companies here and there, and one more. One of the businesses Houston is in is private investigation. Actually, it's not so much a business as it is a hobby. And like everything else in the world that Houston does, like the fortune cookie says, he does his hobby very, very well. Oh, Houston, by the way, while you were climbing that dumb mountain, somebody killed Niccolo Gambaccini.
Kill?
And killed is polite, murder is more accurate.
Well, when and how?
Well, down at the shipyard, somebody put a couple of ounces of nitroglycerin in his champagne.
Well, I barely knew the man.
How well did you know the daughter?
Well, I owned a few shares once.
That well, huh?
Look, CJ, we shared a couple kisses, but it was certainly nothing to tell your mama about.
Well, now, Houston, if you and I shared a couple of kisses, I can guarantee I'd never tell my mama about it. I tell a few of my best friends, but never my mama.
Look, CJ, I want you to drop everything and get me one of those mechanical bucking Broncos, and I want it here in a couple hours. Well, I'm out $10 and I want it back.
Houston, you want to spend a couple of $1,000 on a mechanical horse to make back $10?
That's the principle of the thing, CJ. Have them put it right here.
Okay, Houston, but meanwhile, before I do that, you've got another problem. The front office called this morning, and Ms. Gambaccini is upstairs with her fuse lit. Now, she's been there for hours, and she's not going to leave until she talks to you. You better cock your pistols.
Don't you worry about a thing, darling, because I'm going to be my own sweet Texas self, and I'm going to charm the socks off her. If that doesn't work, I'll think something else. I mean, think about it, CJ. The poor girl's probably in a state of shock. I mean, she's probably been crying all night.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
I'm leaving, that's it.
Would you like some coffee?
No, nothing. No, nothing. I'm leaving.
Houston. Amore, come sta?
Look, I'm real sorry about your dad. If there's anything I can do, you be sure and let me know. Turn off your motor. Look, I didn't know your father very well, but he was alive yesterday, so one of us ought to show a little respect here.
You're so Texan.
Yes, I am.
It's charming.
Yes, he is.
Remember, Antibes, the Hotel du Cap? Of course, you were much more affectionate then.
Yeah, well, that was then, Serena.
Do you live or work here?
Sometimes both.
Very nice. Very nice. But, you know, I'm not sure whether there's a man with a lot of little boy in him here or the other way around.
Okay, sweet thing. I've got all day, so if you want to shoot the breeze, that's fine with me. Because I'm not the one that's in trouble here.
Who said I was in trouble?
I did.
Is this yours?
Yep.
It's cute. I am told you're the best private investigator around. I might want to hire you. Grazie. There's a chance the police will arrest me for the murder of my father. And just for the record, I didn't do it.
Say it again.
I did not kill him.
Yeah, it sounded better the second time round. I think it was the way you hit the word not. Got that kind of hurt, self-righteous look in your eye.
You must believe me.
Serena, my ears are trained not to believe much you say.
Okay, all right. So I've lied to you before. And probably I will lie to you again. But not this time. I did not kill him. This one time you must believe me.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's go inside.
Amore. Amore, you don't believe me, do you? My father made people crawl. He would dangle diamonds in front of women's faces so that they would do whatever he wanted them to. Things that would haunt them for the rest of their lives. He was disgusting. I hated him, and he knew I hated him.
Well, you didn't hate your inheritance.
I don't have one. My trust fund, and that's all. Do you know what he did? He put a clause in his will that if he should die in any way other than natural causes, I mean, in an accident or in any questionable way, his estate automatically goes into long-term probate. I would have to wait 10 years before I see a penny. Now tell me, why would I kill him, eh? Why?
You know I'll check this out, don't you?
Houston, I would have to wait years before I inherit anything, darling. I'm not a fool. All I'd have to do is wait until he died naturally.
Naturally.
The man was crazy. Pazzo. He made everybody around him crazy.
Lady Earth is the insane asylum of the universe. Maybe that's why UFOs don't want to land here. Look, have you got a bodyguard?
Not with me, in Rome. Besides, they're boring.
You know anyone who'd want to see you dead?
What are you saying?
Well, I'm just asking questions. See, that's how I know I'm a detective.
Will you help me?
Serena, I will help you in every way I can. But you better be telling me the truth or I'm going to dance all over you.
I'll give you anything.
Anything?
Yes, anything.
Well, I already have all the money I want, and besides, you can only wear one pair of boots at a time, so we'll think of something else. Come on. CJ, we're taking Ms. Gambaccini on as client.
Are we? What a nice surprise. Not now, Mary.
Thank you, darling. You know, things can be like old time if you want.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try and find out who killed your father. I'm not sure that's going to help much, but that's what we're going to do. Now, where are you staying?
Century Plaza.
Well, I'll tell you what. On your way back over there, why don't you stop by Children's Hospital? Because you just might want to build a wing over there right next to mine when this is all over. I knew we'd think something.
Yes, of course. Ciao, darling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. First 5 minutes on the case, Serena Gambaccini in my office. I saw a man across the street on the roof with what looked like a rifle wrapped in cloth. Probably not too young, but his reflexes were good when he ducked behind cover when he thought I was looking. Now, the question is, was he out to kill Serena, or was he out to kill me? Answer. Me.
people don't like Houston a lot. But if someone's out to kill him, they better be darn sure they get the job done. Because he doesn't like it too much when someone tries to cancel his vote the hard way. Other people like Houston a lot. Some of us like him a lot more than a lot. But that's another story.
Matt, I have important papers. You must see them. Latest quotes from New York and Zurich. I need answers on 2 by tonight.
Mrs. Harrington said you might look in on her fundraiser, and your tailor said you should come in for a measurement.
Hold it. Don't move. I've got about 400 things that need signing right now.
Later, Murray. I just took on the Gambaccini case. You probably heard about it yesterday?
I heard. I'm very sympathetic. If you and CJ want to break this company playing detective, that's up to you. But right now, Houston, we have got business to do. This stack just bought this stack, and in between, you'll notice there's nothing.
Yeah, we'll just have to deal with all this later, Murray, except for that one. I want you to call London, tell them to buy. If they ask how much, you tell them till I go broke or I own the company. Heard Howard Hughes say that once. Oh, thank you, Murray.
You ready for some baby talk?
You betcha. Hello, baby. She loves me. How do you spell Gambaccini?
Gambaccini, 2 C's, 1 N.
CJ, won't you do this for me, all right? Okay, down to business. Now, 1, I want to know all about his will. 2, I want to know who all was at the ship's christening, who all was supposed to be there and didn't show up, and where they've been since then. 3, I want to know where the nitro came from, and who supplied the champagne that blew up. Somebody slipped him a bad year.
Just joking, baby. 4.
4, I want to know all about Mr. Gambaccini's financial deals, who wins, who loses, all that kind of stuff. And I want to know exactly how much that man was worth.
Gambaccini, worth.
5, call my tailor. He ruined my suit. Keep on working, see what you come up with. I'll be down at the boat.
Sure wish I could go with you.
I wish you could, too.
Baby makes 3.
Well, look, I'll tell you what. Now, come on, I'll talk to you later. Bye now, girls. Slim, one of these days you're gonna go that extra ½ inch and I'm gonna be needing new kneecaps.
No way. The kid's got it under control all the time. Now, I just finished turbocharging her. She's a beauty, huh?
Yeah. You know, sometimes I wonder if I'm buying these things for me or for you.
Oh, just don't wreck this one, will ya? Fender and Body Works out of my line.
Not completely.
Houston, are we ever going back?
You still miss Texas?
But not as much. I started surfing.
They do have a big ocean here.
Some say bigger than the whole state of Texas.
Yeah, well, you know how they exaggerate out here.
When Houston first got to L.A., he met Vince Novelli, Lieutenant Vince Novelli, LAPD. They had a few go-arounds in the beginning, but before long, he became one of Houston's best friends.
Billionaire killed in champagne explosion. Film at 11.
What do you say, Ace? No one's left to Gambaccini after that?
Shoelaces?
1 shoelace. Whom are you representing?
Whom? Well, whom I'm representing is Serena Gambaccini. That's whom.
It's too bad. Hey, there's an echo in here.
What?
I said there's an echo in here.
I can't hear you, Vince. There's an echo in here.
You really felt you had to say that, huh?
I'm weak, Vince. Come on, I'll make it up. Make it up.
Someone tried to take a shot at me today.
Anybody I know?
Probably not. He was an amateur. I found a matchbook with the matches pulled off the left-hand side, so whoever he was left-handed.
Well, maybe he was a professional acting like an amateur, try to throw you off.
No, he was an amateur. If he was a pro, I'd be dead.
He was an amateur.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Why can't I do this?
I don't know, Vince. Maybe you need glasses.
You know, when you're shot at, you're supposed to let the law know, and that's like a given.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Vince, so now you're informed.
Think it's got anything to do with Gambaccini?
Well, it does seem awful coincidental that the minute Serena takes me on the case, someone takes a pot shot at me.
Well, yeah, on the other hand, you only have 200 or 300 ex-cons that have grudges going with you, not to mention a few husbands. You know, could be it's not related.
Well, it could be that it is.
Well, you never know.
Look, Vince, when you're standing on Fifth Avenue on St. Patrick's Day, I don't believe you have a right to be surprised if the parade passed by.
Wish I had said that.
So do I.
Including Serena, I've cut 4 suspects out of the herd because they all had 2 things in common. They all invested in the ship and they were all at the christening.
Well,
Carrie Ann Douglas. She invested in the ship and she's been Gambaccini's mistress for the last couple of years now.
Who's that with her?
That's Jennifer, her daughter. Karen Ann's a one and only.
Cody Wall. One of the great human beings of our time.
He invested too. And not only is he Karen Ann's agent as well as her lawyer, she is his only client.
Next.
Wildcat Callahan's name. I got $10 million.
Wildcat? Is he in L.A.?
Yep. And he invested too. Fact is, Houston, they all had a piece of the action. It's going to take a while to figure out how many billions the billionaire had. But I can tell you this much. He had it spread from here to Bangkok. I'll work on it.
Vince, tell me something I don't know about Gambaccini.
Well, he was having an affair with a young mamselle in Paris a couple of weeks ago.
That's news?
Not the affair, maybe, but something was getting messy about it because Gambaccini made videotapes of the 2 of them together, only the lady didn't know about it.
Yeah, he's a real nice dude.
One of the all-time best. So I figure whoever the lady is, she's a prime suspect. She wants to tape back or revenge or something.
Well, you guys figure all this out this morning? You're moving pretty fast on this thing.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, Ace. If we don't get something concrete real soon, I'm in big trouble. I can only hold these people for 48 hours, then they're going to split to the 4 winds. You bet I'm moving fast.
Yeah, well...
You know, we're figuring your client is the #1 suspect, don't you?
Oh, Vance, that's because you guys don't have any imagination.
No, of course not. We don't have any imagination. Do you know that she was about to be cut out of her father's billion-dollar will completely?
No.
Did you know she tried to kill him in Paris a couple of weeks ago before he could change it? When the French police are trying to extradite her for attempted murder?
No.
Well, did you know she was supposed to be standing at his side during the christening and she left a snappy 30 seconds before he blew himself into the promised land?
No.
No, huh? And we don't have any imaginations. If you were about to be cut out of a billion-dollar will and put nitroglycerin in a bottle that was about to be smashed against the ship, where would you be?
Philadelphia.
At least.
Notice how I know when to keep my mouth shut?
Hi, Vince. Can I do something for you?
Just my car.
Houston's all cowboy. And where you find cowboys, you also find Indians. This one's called Charlie Eagle. Houston imported him from Texas, along with the rest of us. Now, legend has it, his great-granddaddy scalped Houston's great-granddaddy. They now have a different arrangement.
How you doing, Chief?
Hey, big time, what's up?
Well, I'm working on the Gambaccini killing. Look, would you scout around and see if anybody on the street's got anything for sale on it?
Out here, some policeman thinks I'm a suspect. Got to stay in town for a couple of days. So I come down here to look around, see if I can find a room big enough to have a party in, but they ain't got one. Honey, I'm just going to call that friend of mine. He got a boat big enough. We can have 2 parties on if we want. Hope you don't get seasick.
Oh, no, sir, I don't. Hey, look, I want to wish you both the best of luck.
Thank you very much, Houston.
You know, Preston there, he went to Yale. Say something in Yale, boy.
He's kind of shy.
Yeah, well, it's all right, as long as he got the degree. Buy you a little shooter?
Well, I'll tell you, I'll have to take a rain check. But I do need to talk to you later about your friend Gambaccini. I think you're about the only one who will give me some straight talk about the man.
I'll give your secretary a call. Tell her where I'm staying when I get located.
Good enough. Why don't you leave some tequila for the rest of us, huh?
No, I ain't gonna do it. Good day.
Bye-bye.
Boy, he's a fine fellow, that one.
I know. God, it's been such a long time.
I'm looking for Karen Ann Douglas.
Who are you?
Her hairdresser.
Dressing room 1 with the star on it.
Thanks a lot.
You think that I killed him? That I put nitroglycerin in that bottle? I don't even know how to spell nitroglycerin.
Knowing you could have paid someone to do it.
Ugly little pygmy.
I don't like being called names. Who the hell are you? Gene Autry?
I think you're about ready to leave. So does she.
We're not through yet. Superstar.
Yes, you are.
If you don't mind, I'll let myself out.
You all right?
Well, you're not the hotel manager. Not in $400 boots.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name's Matt Houston. I'm a friend of Serena.
The private investigator. She told me about you.
What was going on with him?
Oh, nothing. Just the normal client-agent relationship.
Well, look, I gotta ask you a pretty tough question. Now, if it's none of my business, I'd appreciate you telling me that rather than lie, all right?
Yes, I was Gambaccini's mistress. He owned me. He wanted to own everything. Like this champagne. Have you ever heard of the Chateau de Ville champagne?
Oh, yes, I have. It's a small, exclusive vintner believed to be one of the 2 best, but I didn't know it was available anymore. Why?
Gambaccini wanted to own all the Chateau champagne. Now, how do you think he went about doing that?
Probably by forcing the vintner out of business and then buying the estate at a bargain price, given the pieces of information I've been getting.
That's exactly what he did. And now every year, all the champagne has his name on it.
That's a pretty girl. That's your kid sister?
Kid daughter. You know, Gambaccini kept a record of every bottle corked.
Well, you knew his wines.
So do you. He also kept a record of every bottle he ever gave to anyone. It's sort of ironic. He was gonna christen his ship with his champagne, and instead it christened him.
Ready, Miss Douglas?
Now, why do I get the impression that things weren't perfect in paradise between you 2?
Don't know when I've been so blue. Don't know what's come over you. You found someone new. And don't it make my brown eyes blue?
Hold it, Miss Douglas. Guys, you're supposed to go to Blue on bar 12.
Anyway, he was a pig. He used a hidden camera to make tapes of all the women he seduced. I'm the star of one of his more elaborate productions.
Well, that's just great.
I mean, that's real great. So you're just like the champagne, right? He wanted you all to himself, and the tapes were his guarantee. Did you really have to stay with him?
You think nobody cares what anyone does in bed anymore? That depends on who or what you're in bed with, doesn't it? I have a career. I'm America's sweetheart. If that tape gets out, I'm finished.
I hope you realize what you're telling me makes you a prime candidate for killing him.
Hardly. He told me that if anything happened to him, anything, that tape would be released within 48 hours.
You think he'd do that?
Bet your sweet AstroTurf he would.
Okay, once more from the top.
I didn't mean to treat you bad. Didn't know just what I had. But honey, now I do. And don't it make my brown eyes, don't it make my brown eyes, don't it make my brown eyes blue?
Okay. Take 10, everybody.
That's a nice song.
Nice man.
Thank you. So tell me, where's the tape now?
You tell me. I've got less than 48 hours to find it. If I don't, no more songs, goodbye, Karen Ann Douglas. With him alive, those tapes were safe. I hated him, but I didn't kill him.
You know, that's what Serena said. The exact same words. And so far, we got one man murdered and nobody killed him.
To nobody.
Hey, Vince.
Hey, looks like we're plowing the same field.
Yeah, and you're 10 steps behind the horse.
Well, I better step in something because the 24 hours is going fast and I still got nothing to hold anybody on.
Yeah, well, if you're going inside to talk to the lady friend, she didn't do it.
How do you know?
She just told me.
She did it again.
Okay, so I was wrong. Somebody is trying to kill you.
Well, thanks a lot.
Don't mention it.
Look, Charlie, I want you to get another message out on the street. Someone's out to get me, all right? I want you to let them know that now I'm after them. I ain't fond of being shot at, and I hate having my cars busted up. Now, you spread that around, you hearing me?
I am Indian. I am not deaf.
Yeah. Well, besides that, he ruined my boots.
Enjoy your swim?
Going to change.
Your clothes or your attitude?
Did Baby get a fix on Gambaccini's bank account?
$2,456 with 9 zeros lira after it.
Yeah,
Well, the 2,456 I can understand, but what do all those little O's mean in paycheck money?
$2 billion, Houston. And it all goes to Serena. You get the feeling you've been had there, pal?
Does seem possible.
Possible? Houston, of course she did it. She's going to inherit $2 billion.
Well, in 10 years, maybe after probate, he had a clause in his will holding up all the money if he was murdered.
He did? Then she didn't do it.
Yeah, maybe. What's the latest police report?
Well, somebody ripped off Gambaccini's hotel room this morning. What do you think they were looking for?
Well, I know if I were Karen Douglas, I know what I'd be looking for. And that's a videotape. What about the nitro?
Not a thing.
Well, that's just great. That's real fine. Come on, let's go.
Where are we going?
To Gambaccini's funeral.
I'm not dressed.
You won't mind. Oh, yeah, right. Well, I'll tell you what, girls. I'll catch you later, all right? Thank you.
Houston figures if all your suspects are in one basket, you better watch that basket. Now, Serena inherits $2 billion only if he dies a natural death. So she wouldn't want to kill him. Karen Ann's career goes down the old tubes if he dies, so she wouldn't want to kill him. Karen's Cody's only client, and if she falls, he falls. So he wouldn't want to kill him. And Wildcat invested a fortune in Gambaccini, so he wouldn't want to kill him. So, Houston's problem is, no one in the basket figured to kill Gambaccini. That's Houston's problem. My problem is, sometimes I can't figure how Houston figures. Sounds like a party.
Or a celebration.
For a murder?
Of course, if you really want to give it a little pep, a little of that Mexican blue juice in there, that'll make that sucker sit up and talk.
To your very bad health.
Not my bad health. Live forever, don't you know nothing?
Best looking group of ladies you ever brought by, Taffy.
It should be. I think most of them in first class.
That's the way it's gonna be from now on. First class. Hey, Jack, why don't you move around and see that everybody's got something they want? Come on, let's go for a swim.
CJ, why don't you look around and see what you can pick up?
Love to.
I was talking about information.
So was I.
Get out.
Go turn into a pumpkin.
What the hell are you doing here?
Trying to have a little fun. Why live a lie?
You mean like the one you did at the funeral? I mean, you come into my office pleading for help, crying about how innocent you are. Then I find out you tried to knock off your old man in Paris a couple of weeks ago because he was about to cut you out of his will.
I didn't kill him.
Didn't you? You see, if he cuts you out, you wouldn't get a dime. Now, you may have to wait 10 years, but you still get $2 billion. Now, why don't you tell me again how you didn't kill him?
I didn't kill him!
Yeah, somehow the magic's gone out of the way you say that.
I needed every edge I could get, darling.
I see. And I'm your edge?
Amore, Houston, don't abandon me now. You're the only one I have left.
Then, lady, you better get yourself out of here. Because the way I feel about you right now, they could get you for impersonating a human, and I don't believe I'd argue it.
Getting your attention. I don't remember sending you an invitation.
Well, that makes us even. I don't remember getting one.
Do I know you?
Shut up, stupid. So I'm not broken up that he's dead. So what? They don't send you to jail for having a good time.
No, but you can go to jail for blackmail. See, I figure you know where the tape is that Gambaccini made of Karen. And I figure you plan to use it to keep her under your heel the same way he did.
I don't know anything about any tape, so stop pushing me around.
Well, that's not pushing you. This is pushing you. See the difference? You really that tall, or am I standing in a hole? I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
He's not welcome here, reject. Maybe you can explain it to him.
Look, maybe the two of us could just talk this thing over real friendly-like.
Sorry you gotta be leaving, Houston. Maybe next time.
Well, I didn't want to wear out my welcome anyway. Look, dummy, next time you hit me, use the other hand. I sleep on this side. Can I buy you a drink?
No.
Oh, how about dinner?
No.
Nachos and a nightcap at my place?
Come on, country boy.
Are you sure you can't talk about this thing?
No. I don't like your face.
Well, me neither. It's a terrible face.
I think your nose should be moved.
Oh, well, I wouldn't go quite that far.
I would.
Okay, dummy. Let's see if your 300 pounds can stop a 45. Come on, I'm begging you.
Houston, what's going on?
Get in the car, CJ. This dummy just smartened up. Bang!
Houston, this car does not start.
Don't do this to me.
I'm not doing anything to you.
Start the car.
I can't. It's flooded.
Well, then floor it.
It is floored.
CJ, do you want to die?
Not particularly, Houston.
Then turn on the key.
It's Diamond Dead, Pair of Hearts, Gilly's Gal, Vanilla Skate, and Johnny Vitaro on the outside. Pair of Hearts and Vanilla Skate, Johnny Vitaro on the outside as they come around the clubhouse turn. Here they come with Vanilla Skate and Johnny Vitaro. Diamond Edge also challenging on the far outside. Going to the whip now is Howie Portenson, and he's coming up on the outside in the three-quarter in 132 and change. Down the stretch they come, a 16th of a mile to go. Vanilla Skate on the inside. Johnny Vitaro on
We're already down about 20,000.
And Vanilla Skate is the winner by a head. It appears
30,000.
it was Johnny Vitaro.
Come on.
And Pair of Hearts
Let me listen to you. Never bet on a horse if you ain't got a jockey on his back, much less own one.
Bye, Daddy.
Where you going?
Press and I are going dancing.
Yeah, dance. Yeah, wouldn't you like to see an old boy if you ain't dance?
Yeah, you really got something special there, Wildcat. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, thank you. I do. I just don't want that boy hurting her. Don't want anybody hurting her for that matter.
Well, I don't blame you.
Yeah. Oh, I know he's not perfect, but she loves him. But Yale, oh, you know, I never knew a billionaire who ever went to college. Known a few millionaires who were well fixed, had a good education, but I've never known a billionaire. You want some bourbon?
Well, why not? Oh, boy. Let me tell you about Gambaccini.
Go ahead. So you have to find out who switched the private bottle of champagne for the one with the nitro in it, huh?
That and who had something to gain by having him dead.
That lets me out. Whew. Boy, when he blew himself to buffalo chips, he blew me right out of $10 million I had invested in that boat of his.
Oh, what about the insurance?
The insurance might cover the hull, but the boat goes into his estate. It could take 10 years to probate that estate. Meanwhile, you got 250,000 tons sitting there rusting up. Any way you look at it, I blew $10 million. I got a lot of money, don't get me wrong. But ain't nobody can afford to lose $10 million.
Is this his?
Yeah. He gave a bottle of that to everybody he was doing business with. And you believe it? A billionaire who owns a winery giving it away one bottle at a time.
Well, let's pop it and drink to his health.
Oh, no. No. The way I figure, that's a $10 million bottle of bubbly right there. And when I pop it, it's going to be for something special, like tomorrow night at Laurie's birthday party. You be there. We'll pop it, boy.
I'm going to be there if I can, Wildcat, but right now I'm so lost I can't find my way out with radar. I mean, the truth is the man was pure skunk. I mean, everybody hated him. The only one who had good reason to kill him is my client. I just don't know. You got any ideas?
Me? Yeah, let's punt.
That's the wrong sport.
Yeah, well, my horses wouldn't know the difference. Let's get out of here.
Hey, don't tell me you're one of those people who leaves the races early just to get a jump on the traffic.
You don't think so, what? What's he up to?
Are you all right?
Yeah. Oh, that hurt. Did you get a look at him?
Yeah, I saw him. I know him, too.
Perce Whiteley.
He works for you, Wildcat.
Yes, he does. All right, that's enough. Any more bandages and I'll look like a darn mummy.
Well, what? You got shot in the shoulder? He'll live.
Yeah, back home we'd call it a flesh wound.
Okay, you can take care of the bill when you leave.
Daddy, are you okay?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
I'm all right, honey. I do more damage than this shaving of a morning.
Need a statement, Wildcat.
Well, I got shot.
I was looking for something a little more definite than that. Do you know any reason why Perce Whiteley would try and kill Houston?
Perce did this?
I'm afraid he did, honey.
Why?
I have no idea. He's never said a bad word against Houston in his life. I'll swear to it. I mean, ever. I didn't even know he was in town.
I can't believe that Perce Whiteley would do something like this. I mean, I've known him my entire life. He's a sweetheart.
What's Whiteley do for you?
He's kind of a troubleshooter. Looks after the wells, supplies, equipment. A little of this and that.
Is he in debt? Does he need money?
No. In fact, the answer to everything is no.
Daddy, listen. I think that we better cancel my birthday party tomorrow.
Oh, no, honey. That's got nothing to do with this. In fact, we all need a little relaxation, let down a little bit. And you're invited. No need for you to bring any presents or anything like that. Just maybe an automobile, fur or two. Yeah.
Hang back.
Why?
We need to talk.
I'll see you tomorrow night. You rest up, you hear?
Yeah, I got the perfect cure. You know what I mean?
What do you say we eat and talk? Come on. How about Mexican?
How about Chinese?
Italian is usually the compromise when Vince and Houston argue about food. And according to Houston, the best Italian food in town is served at Mama Novelli's. She's exactly who she sounds like she is. Lieutenant Vince Novelli's mama. And she makes the biggest, the bestest trompe on your tongue, tear out your tummy pizza in L.A.
I hate to say this, Ace, but it did ever occur to you that maybe Wildcat put this guy Whiteley up to trying to kill you?
You're crazy. Wildcat's been more of a father to me than my old man. Besides, why hire a killer that works for you?
What's the matter with the cannelloni?
Oh, cannolis are just fine.
Que cannoli? Cannoli's a cake. Why don't you eat it?
We just haven't gotten there yet.
Come on, get there, figliolo.
Mama, we're talking.
Senti, if God wanted you to talk while you ate, he'd have put your tongue in your ear.
We better eat.
I'm eating, but I still think Wildcat could be in on this thing.
Vince, he just took a bullet that was meant for me.
Well, maybe he and Whiteley planned it that way. He only took a nick in the shoulder.
Vince, sometimes I wonder about you. Now, unless we're talking about Annie Oakley here, it'd have to be the greatest piece of shooting ever done. 2 inches down, and Wildcat gets it right in the heart.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe?
Hey, put some Parmesan. It'll taste better.
Oh, really? No, thanks.
Mama!
You got a girlfriend?
Mama, we're talking business.
Hey, so am I. He's got nobody to feed him. He's gonna get the skinny just like you. Guarda che roba.
Look, Vince, the whole point is if Wildcat wanted me dead, he sure wouldn't push me aside and take a bullet that was meant for me. Now, Whiteley's working independently, or he's working for someone other than Wildcat. Now, maybe somebody hired him to make it look like Wildcat was behind it, but the question is why?
Well, we got an all points out on Whiteley. With luck, we'll have him soon.
Well, you better shoot for more than luck, pal, because I'm getting awful tired of serving up second helpings myself to this fella.
So, what do you want for dessert?
I'm fine.
Dessert is sugar. It gives energy.
I got plenty of energy.
Oh, you have so much energy, eh? Why you have only 4 kids?
Because I only want 4 kids.
Hey, I speak to your wife. We want the 5.
Okay. Here's the way I see it. We got Gambaccini dead over here, Perce Whiteley trying to kill you over there. Guess who's in the middle?
Him?
So, if Whiteley's trying to kill you, maybe he killed Gambaccini.
Maybe.
Well, since it's less than 24 hours before all our suspects do an adios and go south, I suggest we make definites out of maybes before tomorrow night.
Fine, let's wrap it up by tomorrow night.
Hey, why didn't you think of that?
Look, really, I'm just fine.
Sure, another one that's fine. The two of you together, you couldn't beat up a waiter. Siete due grissini. Andiamo there.
I'm only half asleep.
Well, I'm only half awake. How'd you get in here?
I told one of your secretaries you were expecting me. She didn't seem to mind.
Yeah, well, I teach square dancing 3 nights a week. So why don't you tell me why you're here? I got shot at a couple hours ago, and my sense of humor is a little on the ornery side.
I'm here because I feel really disgusted with myself for what happened at Cotterwell's. And I would just like to make things right. So far, so good.
Serena. Never mind.
Nothing bothers Houston more than not knowing the answer to something. He couldn't figure out who wanted Gambaccini dead. He couldn't figure out why Perce Whiteley would come all the way from Texas to kill him. And he didn't know if it was connected to the murder of Niccolo Gambaccini or not. I knew this case, this one, was really getting to him. Then again, maybe it wasn't getting to him.
Ciao.
But you still haven't found Perce Whiteley, and you still don't know who searched Gambaccini's rooms. No fingerprints, no nothing.
We're doing just as good as you are.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
What?
Oh, not you, Vince. Look, any idea when the rooms were searched?
Just speculation. A couple of hours after he was killed.
Yeah, well, whoever he wasn't wasting any time.
Fine. Who?
Boss, I did it! Jackpot! Jackpot!
Can I call you back? What'd you get?
Well, Mr. Perce Whiteley hasn't been seen in Houston for 2 days, and part of what he does for the oil company is handle explosives and he had access to nitroglycerin.
Thanks, CJ.
And I also checked around one of my old buddies who works down there, and he told me that some nitro had been reported missing. 2 whole ounces. Of course, they're trying to keep that quiet.
Oh, I don't blame him. You don't want that stuff sneaking out of the barn.
You don't. So that's it. He's tried to kill you at least 3 times. He was in town. He had the nitro. He did it. He killed Gambaccini. I want a raise.
Talk to Murray.
There goes my raise.
We still don't know where Whiteley is.
Easy, find him.
Yeah, but how?
Well, that's also easy. Advertise. No, I'm talking really big here, you know, like huge. Something really tremendous.
Well, how about several bouquets of glads and mums just woven together? Now, that would be very grand.
You don't understand me, partner. I mean huge, you know, like Texas is huge.
You want a bouquet of flowers as big as Texas?
No, I want it big enough to look like it came from Texas. You know, the horseshoe. Yeah, with a big red Valentine heart in it that says, "Happy birthday to Lori from Houston." And I need it by tonight.
Well, sir, I'd have to hire at least 5 people just to help. And, well, thousands of flowers. Well, that's very expensive.
No, let's do it. I tell you what, when you get finished, put it on the back of a truck and run it around town. And make sure it goes past every television station in the city, honking all the way. And deliver it to this address by 4 o'clock.
Sir, do you have an account with us?
I have some friends that do.
Hold it.
Not now.
Now.
Some guy just called from a florist shop to verify that you were you.
Tell him I'm me.
You ordered an 11-foot flowered horseshoe?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I want somebody to know exactly where I'm going to be this afternoon. Only this time, I'm going to be waiting for him.
Boy, have I got bad news for you.
Boy, do I need a drink.
I just blew $1,000 bribing Cody Wall's secretary.
I'll make it a double.
Now listen, Houston, Cody's not just your average 10% agent. He and Carrie Ann are partners. They split everything 50-50.
Fine. Now he's got 40% bigger reason not to kill Gambaccini.
In other words, I just spent $1,000 to prove he had no motive.
Not in other words, in the same words.
Nobody had a motive.
Yeah, including Perce Whiteley, but somebody hired him. The question is why.
Well, we know it isn't Karen Ann Cody or Wildcat.
Yeah, so the only one who's got a motive is my client, Serena. But I just don't think she did it. Did you get a hold of that news tape?
Just came in.
Why don't you put it up?
Goodbye, Daddy. I'll see you in hell.
Dear. That kid's got to be innocent. Would you pick a fight on television with someone you were just about to murder?
Well, I would if I needed a good reason to get far away from a full bottle of nitro. Now, there's that champagne again. It seems like every time I turn around, somebody's got a bottle of it.
Volevo usare l'annata della sua nascita.
What was that?
I can't make it out.
Would you play that back? Louder.
Volevo usare l'annata della sua nascita. You knew that, didn't you?
Who knew what? Did you have baby translate that? The year she was born.
What does that mean?
I don't know yet. The year she was born. Who?
Boss, there's a surprise for you in the gym.
$10 is $10.
Whoa! Thanks a lot. Houston!
Houston! Houston, are you all right? Houston, are you all right? What are you doing down there on the floor?
Resting.
Now, you listen to this. Cody has just filed a legal action to prove that Karen Ann and Gambaccini cohabitated for years.
He'll win, too. And evidence will be spread across every newspaper on Earth.
But what the newspapers will not spread is that if our two lovebirds live together, then little old Karen Ann is entitled to half of Gambaccini's estate. $1 billion.
And she sure didn't have to worry about that tape destroying her career, now did she?
No, and it's certainly a good motive for murder, Houston, not to mention her 50-50 partner who gets half of the billion.
Thanks a lot.
For what?
Because now everybody we thought wanted him alive has good reason for wanting him dead.
Maybe they all killed him. Where are you going, Houston? Where are you going?
I'm going to Cody Wall to see if I can find those videotapes. I want to know who's on them. I also want to know if he happened to hire a man named Perce Whiteley. Charlie, follow me. Hold it. In a minute. CJ, have you had lunch yet?
No, but I'd love to.
Good. Murray, take CJ to lunch and put it on my tab.
To get to Cody Wall, Houston had to pass that big grunt he called Reject. Now that could ruin his whole day. I knew he'd think of something, but this time he knew it had to be something really big.
No, I don't want it covered up. I want it spread across every single newspaper in the country. Now you listen to me. I'm giving you the inside track on the story of the century. Yeah, that's right. Karen Douglas and Niccolo Gambaccini. That takes care of that.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
Everything except.
Except what? I'm an attorney, you know that. You're trespassing and threatening my life again. I have a witness right over here.
I'll give you 500 to 1 that the lady never testifies against me.
Oh, yeah? Well, you don't know Taffy.
No, Cody. You don't know Taffy.
I think I'll go buy a pair of shoes. Thanks for calling me a lady.
Hey, you! I own you! Okay. Beat me up. Go on. Punch me around.
Well, if I didn't think you'd enjoy it so much, I might be tempted. Now, why don't you tell me again how you didn't have reason to kill Gambaccini?
I didn't kill Gambaccini.
Fine, you hired Perce Whiteley to kill him.
Who's Perce Whiteley?
Still don't know who Perce Whiteley is?
Why don't you break everything in the whole house, huh? How about that one? That one's real expensive.
I know, that's why I saved that one for last. Now, what about Karen Ann? Maybe she hired Whiteley.
Go ask her.
I will. Now, you tell me about the other tapes.
What other tapes?
You remember this one? It's real expensive. Now, you better start talking to me or I'm going to break it over your head, which is not real expensive.
Okay. He had other tapes of a young girl he took to Paris. He got her stoned on angel dust and he made her... You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Gambaccini said he was going to show the tapes to her family. He said he was going to ruin her twice, once in Paris and once here. And that's all I know.
Who was the girl?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, then you tell me something else. You tell me why a man with more than $1 billion went around destroying people's lives. What the hell was in it for him?
It made him laugh, that's all. It was the only thing left that made him laugh.
Really make my skin crawl, you know that?
So I'm not the nicest person in the world. So what? When I get the money, I'll buy nice.
He didn't have that much.
Reject!
That's gonna stop me.
Oh, I brought it for you. Here. You see, I think you're gonna need it. I'm about to take a big gamble here, and I'm betting myself that you got a thick stomach and a glass jaw, and I'm about to find out. Swing, dummy. I think I just lost the bet.
Houston figured the answer to this riddle had to be in those elusive tapes. Who was on them and why? And he figured they had to be in Gambaccini's suite. Someone had ransacked it once trying to find them, so he figured maybe he'd take a shot at it.
How you doing, Houston? Pretty good. How's Monica? Oh, fine. How about the kids?
Oh, wonderful.
Good. I need a favor.
Uh-oh. Lieutenant Novelli's not gonna like it.
Oh, come on, Bob. Now, didn't I give you a sure thing on the Super Bowl?
Novelli won't mind.
Thank you, Bob.
Oh, think nothing of it. In fact, forget it.
Okay, here's everything you ever wanted to know about Perce Whiteley. Now, what do you want to know?
Everything.
Everything. Let's see. You sure you want everything?
Come on, Vance, read it.
Percival Albert Whiteley, age 43, no prior arrests, high school graduate, married at 18. Here's the picture. Plays semi-pro ball, good work record, wife dies in 56, had a mental breakdown, recovers, joins the Army, good service record, honorable D, goes back to work for Wildcat.
How did his wife die?
Childbirth. He's out of the Army again, right? He goes back to work, good work record again, rises to foreman.
Stop.
I'm stopped. Come on, what are you thinking of? Speak.
You want a real shot in the dark here? I'll bet you his wife died on February 14th, 1956.
She died, that's right. How did you know? What do you know that I don't know? Hey! Oof.
I talked to the immigration people. You were right.
Yeah, I know.
What are we gonna do now?
We handle it.
When are you gonna change for Laurie's party?
About an hour. I want you to call Serena, Karen Ann, Cody, Wildcat. Tell them to get there early. Tell Vance I need that silver vest he gave me.
All right. You okay?
Yeah, I'll be all right. Just need a little time to think.
Daddy, it's beautiful.
Beautiful party for a beautiful girl.
Thank you, Daddy.
Oh, don't you know he paid £1 or $2 for this sucker? Ooh,
Come on,
it's a
you
big
guys,
boat.
move it. Will you move it? We only got a couple hours before the party starts. Jerry, set up the van.
Boy,
Get those tables
that's
up
about
here.
the biggest present I'm gonna get.
Isn't it pretty? Yeah, you should have seen the horse they took it off of. Wildcat! Hey, look at here. Hey, she just loved it. So did I. Yeah. Hey, let me see that suit. Ooh, that's the prettiest thing I ever saw on a fellow that wasn't in a casket.
Yeah, well, I just got it off the rack, $49.50.
Yeah, I believe you. Per button.
How's your arm doing?
Oh, it's good. I've had sunburns that hurt worse than that. There goes my whole life, boy. Ain't she something?
Yeah, she is. She is something.
Well, I'm about to pop the cork on a $10 million bottle of champagne. I'd like to have you join me.
Well, you pop it. I'll be right back. Excuse me, can I talk to you for a minute?
I want the tapes.
Got a little something for you. Want you to keep on singing.
Thanks, cowboy.
Ciao, caro. Come stai?
I want to talk to you for a minute. Got your father's tape of Karen Ann. It's for sale.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's for sale. You want to buy it?
Why should I want it?
Well, I don't know, but I'm about to find out the truth about you. How much would you pay for it?
$2 million?
How about 3?
Yes.
4? 5 million, maybe?
Darling, $1 billion is 1,000 million. 5 means nothing.
Why?
Why not?
No, you tell me why.
You don't leave me a graceful exit, eh?
I didn't mean to.
I hate her. I want to control her. I want to have her in my hands. I am my father's daughter.
Goodbye, Serena. As far as you're concerned, my number's changed.
Do you have the tape, Houston? Houston! Houston! Is it for sale?
Don't ask me. Ask her.
Parents, stop it! Stop it! It's proof that you live with him. We need it in court. It's worth $500 million.
Brava.
Damn it, Houston!
Nice little boat your friend's got here.
Yeah, boy, did you know he got a pretty penny tied up in this sucker? Well, it's Laurie's birthday.
$1 million bubbles, they don't really taste that good, do they? You know I love her, don't you, Wildcat? I mean, you've been half father, all friend to me all my life. You know I'd never do anything to hurt you or your family.
I know that, boy.
Yeah, well, this isn't easy. It's taken me a while to figure out how to tell you, but you gotta understand why I have to say what I'm about to.
Say what?
I know what you did, and I know why you did it. I just don't want to be the one to hand you over to the police.
Well, you keep talking, but you ain't said nothing yet.
Wildcat, what are you doing to me? I said I know.
I say you're on the dance floor. Now, you either ought to dance or get the hell off of it.
All right. You killed Gambaccini. You killed him because he drugged Laurie in Paris and went to bed with her. He showed you the videotape he made of the both of them, and he threatened to show it to her boyfriend. You took the nitro off Perce Whiteley's rig, you put it in a champagne bottle, and you blew him to kingdom come.
You telling me I'm the one that switched the bottles?
No, Wildcat, you're telling me. And that's the second time. Whoever said anything about the bottles being switched except you?
That's pretty slim proof, boy. You'd have to have an awful lot more than that.
Yeah. Laurie said she was back east. Immigration says she was in Paris.
Any law against taking a little trip to Paris?
Look at the bottle, Wildcat. It's got the year she was born on it, 1956. The same year that Gambaccini wanted to use at the christening.
So it's 56, so what?
He gave you a 71. Here's his record. Now, how could you have that bottle unless you were the one that switched them? It's the wrong year.
Now what have you got? Now what jury do you think is going to believe that I killed Gambaccini? Then took a shot that was meant for you, meant for the man that was trying to find the killer. What jury do you think would believe that?
You took the shot to save me. You didn't know it was Perce Whiteley because you didn't hire him. He was working all by himself. You asked me if I saw who it was because you were checking me out. Because in that split second, when you saw Perce Whiteley, you knew what he was doing. He was going to kill me. Now, you knew that he figured out the nitro was missing, and he knew that you hated Gambaccini. He knew that you were at the christening. Wildcat, you. Laura's not your natural daughter. She's Whiteley's.
You're right, of course, boy. Old Purser's wife died of childbirth. He went off the deep end, had a complete breakdown. There wasn't anybody around who could look after the little baby except his best friend, me. I was only going to look after it till he got out of the sanitarium. It took a whole lot longer than either one of us had ever figured. The time he finally came home, I was the only father she knew. Neither one of us had the heart to hurt her. So we just both raised her and loved her all her life. Did you get that tape, boy?
Yes, I have it. You didn't have to kill him, Wildcat.
He was gonna show that tape all over the place. That would have killed Laurie. I couldn't stand that.
No, but you could have come to me. We could have worked something out. You didn't have to kill him. He's here, isn't he?
He is.
You could let him kill me.
Maybe I wish I could. Come on out, Perce. He knows everything.
No.
Flash of light!
Y'all probably realize that when Houston sets his mind to something, he almost always gets it done. Well, you see, his horse made him mad, and losing that $10 bet made him even madder. So there were two things he absolutely had to do. Bust Gutbuster and get his $10 back. Like he said, it's the principle of the thing, CJ. Only in this case, he figured his principal could earn him a little interest. Oh, there is one other thing you probably now realize about Houston. Like most Texans, he overdoes things a bit for his friends.
CJ, are you absolutely positive, no mistake, certain that he still can't ride that horse?
Bo, I'm telling you, he bought a mechanical bucking machine to practice on, and he can only stay on it for 2 seconds.
What do you think? I don't know. I feel like a chicken hawk's about to dive on the hen house.
Lamar, would I bet my own $10 on anything that wasn't a sure thing?
Never have.
Never will.
What are you guys worried about? I'm telling you, it's a sure thing. No one can ride that horse.
Charlie, I just bought a new wetsuit, surfboard, roof racks, couple pairs of flippers. I'm fresh out of jeans. I'm tapped out.
That's good. How about you?
I don't know anything about horses.
Terrific.
I don't want to blow $10 betting Houston he can't bust a Bronco.
Listen, this is not just any Bronco, it's this Bronco.
I don't know. What do you think, Vince?
I don't know anything about horses.
Guys, I'm Indian. Trust me. Do I know about horses or do I know about horses?
You really think he can't ride that horse?
It's like betting on Sitting Bull, that little bighorn.
I don't know about Sitting Bull either.
Well, don't just sit there. Do I have a bet or don't I? Bo?
You're on. $10 says you can't ride that horse.
Lamar?
Same bet.
Mm-hmm. How about you, CJ?
I'm in.
Charlie?
Why don't you make it $20?
No, 10's my limit. How about you, Slim?
You sure?
Look, I'm Indian.
Bet.
Vince?
I don't know anything about horses, but $10 says you can't ride them.
Thank you, Vince. Let him out. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Vince. Any questions?
Yeah, I got a question. What'd you whisper in that horse's ear?
Well, I just told him that if he didn't trot around this corral as easy as a Tennessee walker, I'd kill him.
You wouldn't kill that horse.
Well, of course not. He doesn't know that.